the mystery that won't die. For centuries, theologians, historians, and ordinary believers have asked one haunting question. If 10 of the 12 tribes of Israel were lost after the Assyrian exile, who are the Jews in the land today? Are they truly the descendants of ancient Israel? Or is there a hidden twist in the story of God's chosen people? This is not just a historical mystery. It's a prophetic puzzle with global consequences. The Bible is clear that God chose 12 tribes, not just 2 or 3, to carry his covenant, and that these tribes play a critical role in the end times. So why do modern Jews primarily trace their lineage to Judah, Benjamin, and Levi? And what happened to the other tribes? To uncover the answer, we must go back to the fall of the ancient kingdoms of Israel and Judah. What happened to the 12 tribes? After King Solomon's death, the unified kingdom of Israel split into two. The northern kingdom Israel, composed of 10 tribes, and the southern kingdom Judah, composed of Judah, Benjamin, and much of Levi. In 722 BC, the Assyrian Empire conquered the northern kingdom and carried the 10 tribes away into exile. These tribes disappeared from the biblical record, becoming what history calls the 10 lost tribes of Israel. In contrast, the southern kingdom of Judah survived for a time longer, eventually being exiled to Babylon in 586 BC. But unlike their northern brothers, they returned, rebuilt Jerusalem, and preserved their identity. This is why modern Jews are overwhelmingly descended from the southern kingdom, primarily the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. In fact, the word Jew itself is derived from Judah. So technically, most of the people we now call Jews are not from all 12 tribes, but rather a remnant of just 2 to 3 tribes. So, who are the Jews today? Modern Jews, particularly Ashkenazi, Sephardic, and Mizrahi Jews, can trace their ancestry back through centuries of diaspora communities, primarily to Judah, Benjamin, and the Levitical priesthood. Studies in genetics have reinforced this lineage, confirming shared markers among Jewish populations around the world, especially among male descendants, Y-DNA, of the ancient priestly class, Kohanim. But this leaves an open and troubling question. Where are the other 10 tribes? Some believe they were absorbed into surrounding nations, lost forever through intermarriage and cultural assimilation. Others believe they migrated east and south, forming hidden or scattered communities around the globe, including groups like the Igbo of Nigeria, the Beni Minashi of India, the Beta Israel of Ethiopia, and even certain Pashtun tribes in Afghanistan and Pakistan, all of whom claim descent from the lost tribes. These claims, though controversial, are increasingly being studied through historical records, oral tradition, and genetic research. Prophetic implications. Are the lost tribes returning? Why does this matter today? Because the Bible prophesies not only the return of the Jews to the land of Israel, fulfilled in 1948 and continuing today, but also the regathering of all 12 tribes before the final redemption. In Ezekiel 37, God speaks of 2 sticks, one for Judah and one for Ephraim, the northern tribes, being joined together as one nation in his hand. Revelation 7 confirms that, in the end, 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes will be sealed before the Great Tribulation. This means God has not forgotten the lost tribes. He has hidden them, preserved them, and is even now calling them out from the corners of the earth. So the Jews in the land today are indeed part of biblical Israel, but they are only a remnant, not the full picture. The final chapters of Israel's identity are still being written. And you, as a believer, may be witnessing prophecy unfolding in real time.